Why do so many buyers fight like hell to get a house, win the deal, get the keys, and then go, what the hell did I just get myself into?
And on the flip side, how do you lose a house even when you offered more money?
That's the part that nobody explains.
So today we are going to go and talk about two things nobody talks about. What really happens in the first 30 days after you close and why your strong offer wasn't actually strong at all. So grab your coffee or something stronger and let's unrake it.
Let's do it.
All right. Welcome to Real Estate UnRaked, episode 34. It's a beautiful day.
It's a wonderful day.
I know Masters was last weekend, but I'm still trying to get over it this week. It's great. That was a great tournament for the weekend.
Who won it?
Rory.
Back to back.
Back to back.
That's what I had money on last year. No, I guess I had him on for TPC.
Ooh, you're a gambler?
No, it was like a real estate bet. It was like a.
So you had money on Rory last year?
I guess just for TPC because I lost. Whenever it was, I lost.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't get behind golf. Like what?
We don't condone gambling by no means, but it is fun. It gets you involved in sports. That's why I like fantasy football so much.
I've made a lot of NHL bets, and I won my first parlay ever, and it was just like straight out, like pulled it out of.
Maybe we need to start talking about sports betting and stuff on this.
Yeah, we'll give them great bad advice.
We all got jokes today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that leads way right into the dad joke time.
All right.
Let's go, Dane.
All right. My wife called to tell me she saw a bear on the way to work. I asked her how she knew it was on the way to work. She hung up on me.
Oh, boy. You need the wife. That's right.
I got the great wife jokes.
I love that you always bring Denise into it.
Yeah.
Like, gotcha.
I love her so much.
Oh, she's a sweetheart. What sound does a nut make when it sneezes?
What is the sound a nut makes?
Cashew.
Cashew.
Oh. I got it.
Dane's the smart one in the group, just so you know.
Yeah.
All right. What did the lunchbox say to the refrigerator? Don't hate me just because I'm a little cooler.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I'm a little cooler.
I know. So let's jump right into the first 30 days after closing. Everybody's obsessed with getting the house, but nobody prepares you for what happens after. And this is where people either feel like a genius or feel like they just bought a problem.
Emotional damage.
The oh crap moment usually is what hits first and fast. You know, and you got the first night in the house, feels amazing.
Right.
You remember that movie? Jaycee, you probably have never heard of this movie.
Oh, no.
Tom Hanks, Money Pit.
Yeah. Was it Shelley
I
Long?
watched that movie.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, my
watched that
goodness.
movie.
The first movie reference that I had, and you picked it up. I guarantee you, Bridget probably had no idea.
No, she would not know.
But that was a great movie.
Yeah.
Remember how they say every time they had to talk to somebody about repairs is always 2 weeks?
Yep.
2 weeks.
Yep.
The thing that I love the most about that, I'm sorry, I'm going off in a moment here, but the thing I love the most about that is when nothing was working right, and they're like, you know what, just a hot bath's going to work. Then he had to bucket everything up there.
Right.
And they pour all that water in, and then it falls through the floor, and then he starts laughing. It doesn't stop.
You know, I need to watch that again. It's been, 30 years at least?
Yeah.
Wow. It's been a while.
It's a great, great movie. So if you've never seen the movie Money Pit, do it, and you'll think twice about
some of the homes you're looking at.
Some of the homes you're looking at, the DIY stuff, and then also it's really not that bad.
Home crap home.
So yeah, first night in the house usually feels amazing that first week, and then small issues kind of start showing up, and by like week 2 or 3, it really sets in. So this isn't HGTV.
I know what you're trying to say.
The HGTV. Say that 5 times fast. No, you're just going to tell me I need to say it once, Dane.
All right.
It's not that. It's your responsibility.
Absolutely.
So you get past, they always call it the honeymoon stage, right?
Right.
You know, you're excited. You get in. You want to do all this stuff. That first 30 days, getting in there, we have already kind of really set that up with your inspections. You really know what you're going to kind of get into. Education wise, you're going to know that, but there's always going to be something else that's going to hit you.
Well, like you said, the inspection shows you which is the more noticeable. There's always those little bitty things that pop up out of nowhere, and you're like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
And so you got to be prepared for that. I mean, it happened. That happen all the time, but it happens.
It does. Home ownership is usually the caveat cover word to use. Welcome to home ownership.
Well, not only do you have issues, but there's things you want to do to the house too that makes it.
There is. And then you go and do that and you realize there's more to be done.
Exactly.
There's nothing more entertaining. And, I should have thought of the Home Depot idea years ago in doing this because they make a lot of money off homeowners.
Yeah. Huge amount.
So when I do a project at the house and you think, well, all right, I got a list. I got on my list and this is what I'm doing. I got to Home Depot just one time, get everything that I need.
A few moments later.
Exactly. And thousands of dollars later.
It never fails.
All maxed up.
I'm not really a hands-on type of girl, but I end up buying stuff at Home Depot.
Yeah.
Their cleaning section. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Love it.
It's amazing. And then when you go there and you're working on something, you go, oh, hey, look at that. That's really nice. I'll get that later. Then you go back and
it's later.
You have to go get something because you either broke something or you got to fix it. And you're like, that thing I wanted, I'm just going to go ahead and get it.
Right.
It never fails. Never fails.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid. Don't be worried about it. It's going to happen. That is the joy of owning a home. So kind of get past that honeymoon stage and excitement. You're going to run into that, but make sure maintenance is a big thing because it will catch up to you really, really fast.
Yep.
The other thing that's a real shocker and is your first payment.
Yeah.
What'd you do? That payment sometimes feels higher than it was expected. But remember, the escrow includes insurance, taxes, and those two things always go up.
Always.
There's nothing you can do about it.
That's right.
Most of the time, buyers are through that whole thing about excited about getting into the house and doing that stuff and getting everything, but they never really fully understand that breakdown.
No, I mean, it's unexpected because unless you're, done it before once or twice, the first time buyers, especially, it's a shock because they're not aware that the insurance and taxes will go up. I mean, it's not if, it's when.
I get a lot of phone calls from, not really. I'll be honest with you. I really don't get a lot of phone calls on this. I usually hear it 2 or 3 months after the fact.
Right.
Where they go, hey, wait, why is my payment not what I thought it was?
Exactly.
And it just happens. There's so many moving parts. There's so many uncontrollable variables in there that it could be quoted that way. That's why it's called a quote. And having it set up that way, and then once it actually starts hitting in, for the most part, it's going to be legit.
It's going to be close to that number.
Very rarely do I see it change.
Right. It's usually the following year.
It's the following year
right.
that hits you because you got the tax assessment that comes in based on the purchase at that time frame. We're going off an estimated value. You see that more prevalent with new homes, new construction.
Right.
The resales, you don't see it as bad. Though that new construction, though, I tell everybody, yeah, they are quoting you this. This is what it is. But beyond your escrow payment, take an extra $100 to $200
right.
a month and put it aside because that's going to help you with the tax bill when it comes.
I don't think I've ever had a builder really explain that to my buyers. And especially when they're using the mortgage company and I'm waiting for it. I'm like, you're going to make me break the news. You guys are just
yeah.
I'm breaking the news. Okay. Please warn buyers. Maybe.
I always make sure that I talk to them about it. And it's such an important thing because they're not going to pay attention, but I always remind them, hey, remember you got this coming up. Right. I remind them about the homesteading and everything else, but I always remind them, hey, your first payment's coming up. I hope everything's going great in the home. Just a reminder, we talked about those taxes and how that's assessed that way. Let's be proactive. And for you guys, you do it how you see fit. I'm just going to let you know it's better to niche it away now instead of having to come up with that extra $2,000 at tax
right.
time. Or what they end up doing is they take it out at the end of November, and then your payment goes up the entire year next year.
Right.
And it doesn't. Not only does it do the increase of the normacy of everything, but it'll increase what the difference that escrow had to pay.
Yeah.
So yeah, be careful. Those things are very, very important. And then you get into things that's going to just start breaking. So we passed the honeymoon stage or past our payment, craziness. But then you have things that kind of go out, and sometimes things can go out immediately. One is probably one of the biggest things that I see that goes out immediately. We've done the inspections. Everything looks great. We're all good. We close. A few weeks later in the middle of summer, your AC goes out.
And stuff doesn't break on schedule.
Mm-mm.
Worst timing, of course.
You know, water heater, appliances, minor plumbing issues. Everything worked during inspection, but it's not going to work forever. You just never know.
Right.
So
Home warranty?
home warranties,
Please. If you're buying, ask for a home warranty.
A seller paid home warranty.
Seller paid, yes. Exactly.
We will suggest it.
Absolutely.
Especially if
We'll
there's-
negotiate it.
Yeah. Even get one on a new house.
Yeah. You just don't know. I mean, not everything's foolproof, you know? So better be safe than sorry.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I know the last 3 new homes that I've sold here and the 2 I got under contract right now got home warranty on it.
Yeah.
I asked the builder to do that just because it's got a well and it's got a septic and it's out in the country and it's a private builder. So you want to make sure you do it. They still offer the builder manufacturer on that on top of the other warranty, which is going to help you with your appliances and everything else, even though those new appliances have a manufacturer warranty on them as well.
Yeah. Double cover.
Because you never know what can happen. Never know what can happen.
My parents just asked me. They've been in their house like 8 years. The microwave stopped working and it's like a built-in, and we had to like slam the door like 3 or 4 times before it actually starts doing its thing. I said, "Hey, do you know anything about a home warranty?" Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, I do.
Do I?
I do.
Oh my goodness.
7-8 years, you're cooked.
Well, the other things like other costs that people don't think about that start stacking up on you: lawn care, pest control, the utilities kind of go up and down.
Right.
I mean, we've had a spike with that.
Yeah, electricity especially lately.
Oh, and furniture purchases. So you get a bigger home, you know, the pizza box, coffee table, and lawn chairs just aren't going to cut it no more, right?
No, not at all.
So you want to do that.
And then, you know, you got to worry about, you know, decorating blinds, curtains, you know, change it to fit what you want, not what the, you know, the person had it before you had.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're going to upgrade a little bit, and that's going to cost money.
Here's a kicker. You get into a nice community. It's like a resort style community. Like, oh, this is great. I love it. And the HOA does a special assessment about 6 months in. Oh, this is what we're going to be doing to the pool area. We didn't know all this stuff was going on. What is it going to do? It's going to raise your HOA costs, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which is either something that's going to be in the escrow or something you chose to pay individually. And then that's just another assessment that's going to get tacked on top of that.
Right.
So nobody budgets for lifestyle, just the mortgage. So think about all the things that are going to come to that. I'll be honest with you. You're not going to think about that as you buy.
No.
Because you're thinking about that. You're tunnel visioned in on that one thing. All right. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. You're going to figure it out.
Right.
Just like I talked about it in past episodes and talking to my kids. This is a lifestyle event.
Right.
Things are going to change. Yeah, you think about all this stuff. If you can't do it, break it down in pieces that you can. Emergency situations with the HVAC or something else that breaks. Yeah, you're going to have to do something about that.
Right.
But I've seen a lot of AC companies that do that zero down, no payments for 24 months, that kind of thing.
Right.
That makes it a little bit more affordable, but same time, it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, and an AC is not cheap.
Ooh.
No, what do you think the average cost is right now in AC?
It depends on the size of the house, but I say about average would be about 8 to 10.
Yeah. I think you're pretty dead on with that.
8 to 10,000 for sure.
I've especially get these homes with the 2 AC things. They're spending upwards between $14,000 to almost $20,000.
Yeah.
Especially if you get a big house.
Yeah. You get 3,500 plus square feet.
5-ton units. Away we go. Away we go. Yeah. And then tankless water heaters. Did you know tankless water heaters, you have to make sure that you flush those out yearly?
Did not know. I've never
This is
had
my
one.
favorite hack that you've talked about, like that type of thing.
Yeah. No, the basic water heater. We all know that we have these ploys. Valentine's Day is a Hallmark holiday, and a couple of things. You talk about that. I think age of the roof is important, but it can be justified. The water heater and the AC always seem to come up on every resale.
It does.
Oh, it's 10 years old. Okay. You know that my grandparents have a refrigerator that was built in the 40s that still work better than the new ones that I have.
The microwave probably does too.
Just because they're appliances,
Right?
And you still have to maintain them. They're pieces of equipment, and if you do the maintenance on them properly and you're educated with that, they're going to last a lot longer than what. Okay, you ready? The insurance company tells you and how they deem it, because what is the whole reason behind that? The insurance companies will say it's a higher risk and they don't want to do it.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
So basic water heaters, you drain them out every year because we have hard water down in Northeast Florida. Well, most of Florida's got hard
Right.
water. So you drain those out, get it cleaned out, get all the settlement out, replace the cores, which is really cheap. But you got to do that on tankless water heaters too.
Did not know that.
You flush the lines and you flush the interior part of it. You don't have to replace the core because it's all heat through gas and
Right.
everything. But no, you just drain it out. And that's actually a little easier to do than a regular water heater is. Regular water heater, you got to hook up a garden hose to it. And
Right.
everything else. So here's the thing. We get this. Usually you hear about this in the car business. Buyer's remorse.
I know where you're going. Yeah.
Right? Nobody talks about this. You know, that emotional crash after your honeymoon, I'm all excited. Or, you know, you get a new house and that excitement kind of goes away. And then your best friend goes buys a house a little bit bigger, a little bit better, and a little bit nicer neighborhood. And you're like, shit. That sets in. You and the significant other are looking at each other going, did we make the right decision? Oh, God, I hate this thing. I should have never done
Yeah, I
it.
should have waited.
Yep.
Yeah.
That emotional crash after a big purchase is always going to happen.
Yeah.
Totally normal, but dangerous if not expected. It
Yeah.
really is. I've seen somebody, I haven't really been involved in it, but I've seen somebody put an offer on a house, buy it, do their thing to do, and then in 3 months say, nope,
Yeah.
I'm out. And then turn around and want to sell it for more and try to get their money back. Listen, there's a cost of sale to everything. It's just like anything that you do. You know, we are going to see the cost of sale of selling something more prevalent in the upcoming years when it comes to the no property tax thing, if it passes.
If it passes. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it will.
Because I know you don't pay taxes on your car every year, but you sure did pay a hefty tax on it whenever you bought it, right?
That's right.
Imagine paying the hefty tax on the purchase of a home. It's coming.
So you think it's going to be one big lump sum at the beginning?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ah,
So that's going to make the prices go way up.
Well, yeah, it's not going to be a consistent flow of cash. There's going to be other things that's going to happen. I can get in. We could sit there and talk about that.
Yeah,
No property tax thing.
Yeah, might need to do an episode to educate ourselves and
Just
other
on
people.
that, because I
Yeah.
actually read the legislation on it and everything, and I really got involved because I really, really, really wanted to know about it.
Right.
Because everybody's like, "Oh, I don't have to pay property taxes." That's fantastic. That's great. Well, what about our infrastructure? Where do you think the money comes to pay the firefighters, the police department, the ambulances, the city roads, all the stuff that we're in? Yeah, those are county, and we all have to pay a millage, especially
Right.
schools and teachers and everything else. Where do you think that money is going to come from? We may not have to pay property taxes every year, but that stuff's going to increase.
Well, also, will they increase the regular taxes in each county?
Yes.
You know? So everything's going to increase.
Yeah. So
Wow.
you take that income away, something's got to supplement it.
Right.
I mean, if you don't, what's going to happen is you call 911 for emergency, an ambulance comes, and they got a credit card swiper on the back of the
you're gonna ask for a tip afterwards too.
Mhm.
Right. Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, at this point in time, I'm going to take a break. We're not doing a game this time, guys. This is what we're going to do. You ready?
Yep.
This is going to be called Get to Know the Team.
Uh-oh.
All right. So I'm going to put you guys on the spot.
Okay.
I want you guys to tell me one thing that we don't know about you or something that you like absolutely love to do that you're passionate about. I know I brought up the whole, like, what's your favorite music or what's one of your things that we did this a couple out, like almost 6-7 episodes ago, but let's get in some detail a little bit.
So little secrets on us, huh?
Yeah. Let's.
All right, what do you want to?
You tell me. What do you want everybody to know about you that you really wouldn't share?
That I wouldn't really want to share? All right, well,
Oh, no.
I'm 58 years old, and I love the game. I love playing Call of Duty on
man.
Xbox. At 58 years old, that's,
You stole
people
that.
think
You're in
it's
the
a young
COD
guy.
lobby.
Yeah, I'm a COD junkie, man. Are you
He
kidding
is.
me? So, yeah, that's
I know when I call him on the phone, and I can hear the click,
click, click, click, click. Yeah.
and then he sometimes delays answering my question, but it's there. He still does it in a timely manner, just not as responsive as he usually is.
Right.
I'm like, what are you playing COD? Yep.
Every time. He
Dude,
catches me every time.
gotcha. Well, I'm a retro gamer. I love the nostalgia of when I grew up in the 80s, and you had the Nintendo and Mario and all that.
Here we go.
That classic stuff, because I'm a huge Zelda fan.
Oh yeah. But see, you call that nostalgia. I'm Atari guy back in the day.
I had Atari too.
Before all that.
I love it.
No Nintendo. The Nintendo didn't even exist. It was Atari, and you had the little stick thing. The
joystick,
or whatever.
Did you guys watch that Adam Sandler movie where like the video games come to life?
Yeah, Pixel or something like that.
Pixel, that's what it was.
Yeah,
I've watched that recently. It kind of shocked me. It was pretty good. It's pretty good.
Pac-Man.
Yeah.
In the mini coupe, so cute.
Yeah.
The game thing is our way to kind of like shut down a little bit.
It is. That's how I decompress. That's how I get away from stuff, because sometimes life gets stressful, and that is my getaway, if you will.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. One thing that I actually really enjoy doing besides, the video game thing every once in a while is I like to read.
God, I wish I could. People that read are so smart, and I just cannot. I'll fall asleep.
And I was never a big reader through high school, grade school, and college even. I hated it. But what got me into actually start reading and really enjoying it and really, really, really understanding it was when somebody threw a Harry Potter book at me.
Oh, yeah.
And when I read that and how I could relate to what was actually happening, that changed everything for me.
Wow.
And I'm really into history too. I love reading history books.
I don't mind reading history. I do enjoy history as well.
So, yeah. What about you, Jaycee?
Well, there could be a few. I think it has to be how I let the Florida Panthers ruin a few nights of mine this season. It's a very sensitive subject right now.
So what you're telling me is you're a
Playoffs.
hockey fan.
I'm a big hockey fan.
Very cool.
Playoffs start on my birthday, and my team did not make it.
Oh,
That's a shame.
We're all injured.
So what you're telling me is you're a Panther fan.
I am a big Florida Panthers fan.
Okay. Were you ever a Lightning fan?
So I made this decision based off of color.
Oh,
wow.
The jerseys?
The jerseys.
Well, I had friends from Chicago that introduced me to hockey, come from Florida.
I was a Blackhawks fan.
And that's what I learned hockey on, was watching the Blackhawks.
Mm-hmm.
But I needed a home team. So I kind of looked into it. Both teams just really dislike the Lightning.
Well, now you know how passionate Jaycee is about hockey.
Playoffs start on my birthday. It's a terrible birthday present this year.
I'm sorry. Well, you want to hear some more bad news?
Oh, gosh.
We're going to talk about why offers get not accepted.
Well,
Even if your offer is more than everybody else's, which for the most part, you don't know that. But we're going to talk about this one thing because it really ticks people off. Losing a house when you know that you had a better offer. But here's the truth. Your offer wasn't better. All right. And here's some really, really good hot buttons that we need to focus on when writing an offer that we talk about to the customer, because we kind of understand both sides of what's going on. We've already had that conversation with the listing agent. We kind of know where the seller needs to be. We kind of need to meet, not really meet their demands, but how do you want to say this? You want to give a little to get a lot.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So clean terms are going to beat that. And, if you have the least amount of contingencies as possible, that increases the strength of the offer.
Right. It makes it much stronger.
The financing versus cash perception. Let's talk about that What is your true thoughts about that? Because we all hear the word cash is king. It is, because you have no contingencies with it. You don't have to worry about any appraisal contingencies or anything like that.
Or inspections.
If you choose so not to have.
Right, which I would not recommend, but
no.
I have seen that happen.
Is it true? I could be talking myself into a corner here, but is the offer really less strong if it's not cash?
I think it's important that you talk to the listing agent and really figure out what is important to the seller and base your offer based on that. Because if they're not worried about time, then cash offer's not really making a difference there. They don't mind the inspection, the appraisal, or
cash you can close a lot quicker for sure.
Yeah, usually, I remember like right in the beginning when I was in real estate, a VA loan, FHA was 30 days was awesome if it happened.
Right.
It was usually more like 45. The lending side has gotten so much faster now. I just had an FHA get CTC in 18 days.
Wow, that's huge.
It is.
Yeah.
The financing thing, it depends on the situation. Usually a cash deal, why it's considered to be, the perception of it's being stronger is you can close in 10 days or less, or 10 days or more.
Right.
You can't do that on any loans because you got to have the appraisal and you got to have a few other things. Yes, there is some contingency firewalls with this, but I think it's still a pretty strong offer because, always have a pre-approval. We always submit that with the offer. If you don't, that's just telling somebody, I got it. Don't you worry. I got you.
Right.
That's like IOU from like Dumb and Dumber.
Samsonite. I was way off. I knew it started with an S, though.
Right.
We'll pay it back.
Well, here's the deal. If I have a listing and I get two offers, let's say they're exactly the same. One comes with a pre-approval letter, one does not. Guess which one we're going with? Pre-approval letter, for sure. Because that is a stronger offer. It shows that they've been, with a mortgage lender and they've looked at their finances and, they've been pre-approved.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. The other one, you don't know. It's a, shot in the dark.
Honestly, people and sellers want a more of a proficient kind of deal. They're wanting certainty, not maybe. So regardless of how much you offer, hell, I'll tell somebody, hey, offer $1 million for it.
Right.
Are you really going to do it?
No,
of course you aren't. It doesn't matter if you were paying $10,000, $15,000 over asking. If the deal still ends up falling apart in 2 weeks or after the due diligence process, It doesn't matter. So you do a realistic, strong, real market value offer on a home. If there is some things that you need to have out of this, understand that there's a cost to everything.
Right.
We don't expect the seller to cover everything, and you get $10,000 to $15,000 off the house. They pay $16,000 to $17,000 of your closing costs, and they're going to pay your agent their commission and everything else. Do you know that just cost the seller $60,000 up front?
Wow.
Not including the seller's closing costs, the cost to sell their home. So when you add all that stuff up, Mr. Buyer, what are we doing here? That's why we got to be realistic, strong offers. We can make sure we can feel like you got a deal. We'll make sure on that.
Right.
But there is the cost of buying something. There really is. The next thing that's important is inspection strategy matters as well. Inspection is usually for information only, but it helps us with our RTA, our repair treatment agreement.
Right.
And getting the right things, negotiating the right stuff, that's going to help you with that. After you move in, you're going to have a little bit more peace of mind. If there is stuff that needs to be done, we can address it.
Right.
We can address it as agents, especially if we know what kind of deal that we have. If it's an FHA, VA, etc., we know these are going to be certain financial contingencies, and we talk about that on episodes all the time.
Yeah, certain things will need to be done.
Yeah, that's right.
Sellers fear buyers who will negotiate everything, and we negotiate what is important. We don't negotiate the little things. Like I had a listing, somebody came in and was just asking for little pitty stuff, and I couldn't understand it. The blinds or something. It's like just one blind.
There's one blind,
not the whole house, and I didn't understand it. But anyway, that was important to them at the time. We negotiated, and of course we went from there, and everything went fine. So. But there's little nitpicky stuff that people don't like.
The nitpicky things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good, great, grand, wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
But that's okay.
That's when it almost starts offending the sellers. It gets a little scary.
Yeah.
Gets a little scary.
Here's one thing that we always see. Inspections that get done, they're going to find something.
Oh, yeah.
It is their job to provide value to you. So they're gonna find as many things as they can wrong with the house.
I've seen a lot of stuff in my life.
Granted, we want that. It's for information only.
Sure.
But do we need to address that with the seller on everything?
No.
Especially if you've already negotiated closing cost, and a couple of concessions, and a few other things. Are you really going to be worried about that outlet that's not straight?
Right.
You know? No. Let's focus on the things that are painted in red that is going to cost you a lot of money and that needs to be addressed, or something that we know that's going to not help you get your money. The appraisal contingency means everything, because if you ask for that during the repair treatment request time in your due diligence period, the seller says no, and we need to remind them and have them understand that, hey, this is probably going to be on the appraisal. And the only way that the buyer is going to get funded for that is if you fix it, and it's going to be red flagged. Right. So if you decide to do it now, we can still close in a timely manner. If you wait for the appraisal, which is usually 3.5 weeks after the deal's been contracted,
and usually a week prior to closing,
more than likely you're going to have to extend. And if you still say no, then guess what? The buyer will probably terminate because they can't afford to buy a house, because they're not going to get the money. That's a financial contingency. Guess what? Cancellation. You have to return the binder. And Mr. Seller, you just left your house kind of solely off the market for 3.5 weeks.
It's not going to look good coming back.
And after everything that you did, what are you going to do? Just take care of it.
Right.
Unless it's huge, you know.
Right.
Anyway,
something major for real.
We all know kind of where that goes. Next thing is timeline flexibility usually wins deals too. So obviously we know seller needs time to move. So do you guys know what a post occupancy agreement is?
It's not exciting.
Let's hear about it. You tell me about an experience you had with it.
I wish I could name drop. So,
oh my goodness.
Negotiation process wasn't fun. Sellers needed to stay. I think it was honestly 3 days. It was after closing, so utilities were already in the buyer's name, and it was like almost paying rent for 3 days on top of the way it was negotiated. Kind of stressful. Wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
But they left their stuff in the home way past the 3 days.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Should have been negotiated better. Should have been cleared out. But
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
This happened not to be the one that stole all the light fixtures too, was it?
The what?
The one that stole all the light fixtures?
Oh, no.
No, that was another one, huh?
Mm.
Wow.
I'm telling you, it's just, I'm a magnet to it. I am a magnet to it. We'll get through it.
Hey, you're getting highly educated, what it sounds to me. Once you experience this, you know it, and you know how to progress through it. They're very, very good.
My first buyer I ever worked with, I think I showed that couple probably 60 to 70 houses. And
wow.
Yes, they kept changing their criteria, what they wanted. I had the time to do it. My brokerage was like, okay, you do have the time, but you got it. You got to cut them. You should want to cut him.
Right.
Really? Wow. Well, you guys are talking about I'm a magnet for it, and Dane talks about the cousin's curse.
The cousin's curse.
Oh.
All right, guys, I'm going to share a little secret with you. You ready?
A thought you'd never ask.
Hit me.
2 words for you: occupational hazard. Right.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
That is the daily life of a real estate agent.
Yeah. Nothing is done until it's done in real estate. I have learned through the years.
Why do you think that the ongoing joke is that, we drink?
It's the drinking industry.
Yeah.
If you're not drinking, you're not a real estate agent. No, that's not really what they say, but
it may apply.
This is a stressful job. There's no doubt about it. And it depends on what you want to do, because your object is to make everybody happy.
Wear multiple hats. If you're a good agent, you're wearing multiple hats.
Yep. I know I'm wearing multiple hats.
I know you're wearing multiple hats.
I love it. If I'm not moving and turning and flipping it around and doing stuff. So not only, the timeline of flexibility wins on everything, guys, the seller, as you said, need time to move. The quick close versus delayed close, again, that's just as you go through the period and negotiate things and go after it a certain way, it'll be okay. Here's another thing for you. Your lender and your agent matter more than you think, believe it or not. Having an agent that has strong lender reputation, getting something that's pre-approved and fully underwritten approval, the faster that you're fully underwritten is
that's
better.
huge. Oh, yeah.
I spend a lot of time vetting the right lenders to use. And, ethically as agents, we have to provide the buyer 3 options, minimum of 3. Okay. And those minimum of 3 that we suggest, I know work really hard to get people fully underwritten as fast as possible.
And, not only that, I know they will work extra hard for the customer as well as us, to make sure everything is smooth during the process and communicate. They're very, you need somebody that communicates with you so you know exactly what's going on with the process, just in case there is a little hiccup in the process.
And, like I had just mentioned before, occupational hazard and stuff.
Yeah.
These experiences actually make us better because we can be more proactive.
Sure.
There's nothing better than having a team that is proactive instead of reactive. I've seen a lot of newer agents that buyers will call them, hey, have you checked about this, and that? That's a great question. Let me find out for you.
Right.
Well, you talk to an experienced agent and say, hey, we wanted to check and make sure on this. As a matter of fact, guys, I already got you because I knew this problem was going to come up.
Right.
So I already talked to the listing agent, got with the seller. We got all this stuff figured out, and that's already being addressed.
Right.
They're like, oh, wow, thank you very much. Just the simplicity of that two scenarios right there makes all the difference in the world.
Absolutely.
So wait till things start getting tough because I will promise you it's the 1% of the easiness of doing things. It's not the difficult part, which is mostly deals. There's always something that's going to go wrong. There's always a hurdle that we need to jump. And having the confidence in the team is making sure is actually going to equal to having confidence in the deal.
Right. Exactly.
And you're going to have a better experience. And that's what we tell everybody that uses us. We're going to make sure that we provide you the best experience possible.
Right.
Because we have your intentions, your wants, your needs at top of mind. I don't care about anything else.
Right. That's a priority.
It's a super priority for me. Just the other night, I had a listing that we were going to get ready for an open house, and he's in the process of moving out. Called me at 11:30 at night.
Wow.
All right. I just got done going to a softball tournament for my daughter. What do you think I did? Oh, you're just going to wait till the morning.
No, nope, you got right on it.
I'm there. I was cleaning. And this is how it works. So the emotional connection also is very, very real.
Right.
Making sure that we're clean, professional, having a clean, professional offer presentation is huge.
Right.
All right. So buyer letter, when appropriate. I have to, in quotations, say when appropriate. All right. The letter thing, I do know that it's coming back. We have a family of 4 in this.
Right.
It helps, guys, but I know it's an emotional decision. It may not be an emotional decision for a seller. It may be all about money to them.
Sure.
Which that won't have anything
Yeah,
to
the
do
letter
with it.
won't sway them one way or the other.
And most of the time, you don't even get to meet the sellers anymore. COVID really kind of changed that.
Mm-hmm.
Where you used to have right across the table from you, the buyers would be on one side, sellers would be on the other. Listing agent, it was a face off. No, but
Right.
no, it really was not. It was, hey, thank you, and we do everything we need to do all simultaneously. And then COVID hit, and then now really the buyers and sellers don't sign simultaneously together anymore.
No, I got a closing today. One is signing at 1:00, and the other is signing at 4 today.
Yeah,
So,
it's always like, hey, when's the buyer's signing? Hey, when's the seller's signing?
yeah,
Usually seller signs a lot faster, and they can sign basically whenever.
right.
And then the buyer's going into it. Once the buyer does that, stuff gets funded, everything's done. Boom, we are done.
Yep.
And then we all have a great time, and you guys can start your honeymoon stage. But having a respectful tone versus being aggressive,
Makes all the difference.
makes all the difference.
It does.
What was it? You can attract more bees with honey than you can what?
I don't know.
I think it's vinegar.
Yes, there you go. I'll take that.
That's all
Yeah.
Southern saying.
Yep, I like it. And so it's never ever just really the highest number. It's about how you present it.
Right. And if 2 offers are close, people choose the one that feels right.
Yes. Yep. So here's one other thing real quick before we end this episode, because we've been dragging on about this for a while now.
Yeah, it's been going on.
I know, but this is one mistake that kills offers fast. All right. Who can share with me real fast? If I tell you what is the one thing that will always kill an offer right out of the gate?
Lowballing. Yeah, coming in with 50,000 less.
Especially in a competitive situation.
Sure.
Read the room.
Yep. And even buyers saying, hey, let's just see if they'll take it. Let's just see.
Oh.
All right, buddy. I tell you what, I guarantee you the last 3 cars that you purchased in your lifetime was not at a dealership. It was one of those used car lots.
Right.
All right. Those are the guys that you just want to see with. All right. Not in this situation.
No.
Best case there, you get a counter.
You hope to get a counter if you go that low.
You hope. You might have.
You hope.
Yeah,
a lot of them are doing it right now.
Yeah.
We are in such an interesting market right now. And I would say the majority of agents that have been in the business, I will probably say 10 years or longer, know this market because they've seen it before. And it had a different mask. It looked a little bit different,
right?
But the bases are still there. So how many agents do you really know, like, for example, in Northeast Florida, that have been in the business 10 or plus years more?
Quite a few.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not 100% sure, but I know in this area that we're in.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there's
area that we're in.
Quite a few.
All right. Do you want me? Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
I will do my best. Don't quote me on this, but this will just give you the idea of where we're at. Out of the 22,500 agents that have hold their license in Northeast Florida, there's only 2% that are actually full-time active licensed agents. So you got 2,200, right? And less than 0.3% of them have been in the business longer than 10 years.
Wow. Well, I'm going to tell you, they all live in Fleming Island area. Every time they got one of them, because they're all there.
And those people know it. So think about this. The majority of the agents that you're dealing with don't understand this market. In this market right now, the sellers are still holding out because they still have 2021 dreams. All right. They are changing, getting realistic, but they are fighting this whole idea about a buyer's market right now.
Right.
Buyers are holding out because of the affordability issue, and they want to get as much as they can. So you have buyers that say, hey, let's just put an offer in. Let's just see. Well, I will promisely tell you that right now, most of the stuff that you see on the market is at real market value. When you see all these price adjustments, we don't like doing those.
No.
We would rather set the house at what we know it's going to sell for and set it there again, because it's not about games. It's not about, oh, let's try to squeeze another 1,000 out of somebody.
No.
It's not about that. We want to give you a fair market value for the house. We want to help the seller recoup some of the money they invested in the home, and they have some equity, because wouldn't you want that as a buyer when you eventually sell your home?
Right.
But we also want to help the buyer get a deal. So we can figure that out through concessions to help the affordability factor. All right. Yes. So I'm going to tell you right now, winning a house today isn't about having the highest bid. Excuse me. It's about the smartest offer in the room.
Right.
So make sure you have the right team wrapped around you.
Absolutely.
And if this episode did hit you a little bit differently, good, because this stuff is what nobody's really telling you guys, usually until it's too late or they've already lost the house.
Or bought one and went, oh, this is different than I thought.
So don't be that buyer.
Don't be that buyer.
No, don't be that buyer.
If you guys are liking hearing what we're talking about, by all means, listen, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, TikTok, all those social media platforms.
Right.
I am still way behind the 8 ball about getting these live things out, so you can see us on video when we're talking about this. All right. Yes, I have a face for radio, but Dane, Bridget, and Jaycee do not. They're awesome people. We have an awesome team. We have another team member, Sophia, that's on the team. She's usually pretty busy during the day.
Yeah.
So she doesn't get the chance to do these podcasts with her, but we will get her on eventually. But we have a fantastic team. There's a lot of things that we're doing this year that's going to be great. Do you ever think about buying and selling a house? By all means, get to know us a little bit more. Watch this stuff. If you got questions, reach out to us. We're here to help. You can drop them in the comments, send us a message, good or bad comments. My gosh, do I love reading those comments. And here's the other thing, and we're going to bring this up probably next week too. We're going to be gathering those comments. If there's any topics that you want to talk about, is there any questions that you need answered? Reach out to us, because this is the things that we're going to bring up. We'll have a whole episode and we'll call it our subscriber episode, where we're just sitting here talking about the questions and answers, and we'll go over everything.
Sure.
So again, whether you're buying or selling or just trying to figure out what the hell is going on with the market right now, we've got you.
Yep.
All right. So until next week, guys, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.
See you next time.